Okay, I want to explain to everyone right now on this video exactly what I want you to study for this Thursday's Chumash test. So in case you were unclear, you had any questions, this video is perfect. It will answer all questions that you have as far as what exactly are you supposed to study. So if we look at our opening screen over here, we have lesson 40, which is Mem. I'm going to open that up. And basically on this lesson Mem, you see what was on lesson Mem are the psukim Aleph to Vav. In these psukim, all the students need to study is what we filled out in class, even though we went through each pasuk exactly in class, but all they need to study is how to translate this phrase. So that's what we wrote in their sheets in class. They will only need to remember how to translate this line. When you go to pasuk bet, you have a shoresh here, and you have another line. And similarly with all these psukim, any phrase that has a line next to it, that is the only line, that is the only part of the pasuk that they need to know how to translate. That is Shiur Mem. Let's look at Shiur Mem Aleph, or 41. Lesson 41, there's a Rashi here that the students do not need to translate the words V'hatre bo, but they need to know She'elet Rashi and Shuvat Rashi. And then as we scroll down, we have some parts of Pasuk Zayin that they need to translate, Ashorsh and Pasuk Chet. Again, the same idea in this lesson, which is Mem Aleph, that they need to study the phrases that have the lines next to them, which we filled out in class. In this Rashi, there's a translation. They will not lose points if they don't fill in the translation, but they need to be able to answer the questions on this Rashi. The questions are these three, and then there's another pasuk over here, which they need to translate the lines that have open the phrases that have open lines next to them. We go on to lesson 43. Lesson 43, we're up to lesson 42. Lesson 42 is a fill-in-the-blank sheet. So that's the same style. That's how it's going to appear to them. They need to know each pasuk how to fill in the blanks and the shorashim. Lesson 43 is translating only the lines, only the phrases that have the lines next to it. As you can see on this page, just those lines. And then we have lesson 44. Lesson 44 has some psukim, has a Rashi. They have to answer the two questions of the Rashi. They don't need to fill in the blanks in the Rashi. They have to answer this pasuk. And there's one question here on the bottom. And in lesson 45, there is psukim from Chav Dalet to Chav Tet, where they have to fill in the blanks. That is what they have to do for that lesson. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this explains exactly what to study for this upcoming Chumash test. Thank you, and have a Shabbat Shalom.